Hey guys, hey! Yet again, I'm here with another video and we're not in my normal setup, but that's okay. You'll find out all the updates on my main channel. Today, I wanted to talk to you all about midwife versus OBGYN. I'm on my third pregnancy, my very last pregnancy, and I have to say my experiences with my midwife were amazing. And oftentimes I get asked which one that I prefer. Do I prefer an OB, a midwife? And so today I'm here to give you all my personal experience, and then hopefully it can give you the guidance into making your own decision. Now, a lot of people think that when you have a midwife, that means you have to have a home birth, and that is not always the case. It can happen sometimes, and then oftentimes they can go to the hospital with you if that's what you prefer. With my very first baby, I knew I wanted a midwife, but again, I was not knowledgeable at the fact that you can have a midwife assist you with everything, at a hospital. And oftentimes I just kind of thought that you had to, for sure, had a home birth. And so I went the OBGYN route. Everywhere is different. In my case, the OBGYN that I chose, it was not a set one. In the place that I went to, there were maybe 4 or 5 different OBGYNs, and every single appointment I'd see someone else, which I didn't like. I wanted that one-on-one bond. Then they said, well, you can schedule with just one if you would like. And so that's what I started to do. But I didn't feel that personal connection with that OBGYN. And so I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do this anymore. So I contacted my stepsister. She's actually a nurse practitioner, and I asked her if she knew anybody who can assist me with my pregnancy, and I said I wanted the best person out there. So she gave me a name, and she happened to be a midwife. My midwife is amazing because she gave me her personal phone number. So any question that I have regarding my pregnancy, I can directly text her. I can directly call her at any time, any place, send her pictures of what I'm going through, and then she's there to guide me on the spot. Whereas with the OBGYN, I'd have to call, schedule an appointment, or ask over the phone and wait. It's not that personal one-on-one, which I don't like. And I find that most people that have midwives, they find that they have that more one-on-one connection because it is more of a smaller setting, like more of a private setting, so you get that direct communication, you get that closeness, that personal communication, which I really, really like. And it made all of my pregnancies amazing because I didn't feel awkward asking questions. I didn't feel embarrassed to call her at 2 in the morning and say, hey, I'm experiencing this. Whereas with the OBGYN, you can't just call in the middle of the night unless you're gonna go to the hospital, and so that was kind of the differences. Now, OB and a midwife, they pretty much do the same things, except the midwife, they do not do the C-sections, and they do not, I forgot what else they don't do. I know they don't do C-sections. And I'm not sure if that's the only difference, but you can also, if you don't feel comfortable just having a midwife, you can also have an OBGYN. This pregnancy, I have both a midwife and an OBGYN. The reason why I have 2 this time is because I am considered high risk from my previous experiences. So with both pregnancies, I've had preeclampsia. And so this time I decided to have an OB who specialized in like higher risk pregnancies, and so I see both. But I love my midwife. She checks me all the time. She's the one that does my gestational diabetes testing. She checks my weight, the baby. We hear the heartbeat there, so she pretty much does everything that I went through with the OB, except the only difference is that with my midwife, I have a personal connection. I'm able to talk to her more, and I find that is the case with most midwives. You get their phone numbers, and they want you to feel that comfort, whereas the OB, it's kind of just you go, you're seen, you ask questions, no questions, okay, bye. You don't have like that bond usually. So, and it is rare to find an OB that's like can easily bond with everyone because they do see so much women. And so in my personal experience, I highly recommend a midwife. I tell people all the time, if you can find a midwife, a very good midwife, get a midwife. It'll make your pregnancy so much more enjoyable and beautiful, because who wouldn't want somebody to connect with? Now, of course, if you can find an OBGYN that is easy to connect to, then of course go for that. You know, just do your research on who. And that was my issue with my first pregnancy. I just went with who my mom went with my brother. My mom, she didn't care about having like a personal connection with her doctor. She just was like, whatever. Whereas with me, I want to be able to have that relationship. I want to feel like I'm in good hands. I want to be able to contact her for any given reason, or you know. So that's that. I wish I can give you guys a video on vaginal versus C-section. I can't, because I've only had C-sections. But I will say, my first pregnancy, my dream birth, my dream delivery was always to have a water birth. And I was willing to like go the all natural route at a hospital. They had it, and I was so excited. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. But if you guys want to hear my C-section experience, let me know, because I've been through it twice already, back to back. So I already know what to expect for the third one, and I'm not looking forward to it, because surgery is surgery, and it's just it's painful. The healing is painful. But thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, my tips for you is to look up everyone you want to see. If you want a more personal connection, like I said, go the midwife route. If you don't care about like having that one-on-one, you just want an overall really good doctor, then look into the OBGYNs and look at every review and make sure you get someone who is dedicated to your pregnancy just like you are. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.